On tonight, I would like to ask each and every one of you to stand, gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to the Waco High Gymnasium for this district matchup between the Waco Lions and the Lake Belton Broncos. Visitors from Lake Belton being announced to the crowd now. Their starters, number 4, Dodd Kahn, a 5'5 senior. Number 10, Easton Hammond, a 6'1 senior. Number 12 is Chris Jarrett, a 5'10 senior. Number 20, Trayvon Phillips, a 5'11 junior. And number 23, Nelson Hayes. He's a sophomore. Broncos under the direction of Zane Johnston. They have a record of 15-12 on the year. They're 2-6 in district play. Gary Carr is the head coach of the Waco Lions, assisted by Grant Smith. Here's his starting lineup, starting out with number 2, LZ Amos, a 6'1 junior. Number 3, Evan Zavala, getting a start tonight.
Number 12, junior, Trey Cross.
Well, now they crossed me up. Trey Cross going to be a starter, a junior. Tyler Black, a 6'2 senior. And number 23, junior Jamal Scott, a 5'9 junior. So Trey Cross getting the start, as opposed to what I was told by the coaching staff, or at least that's what was announced as the starters. So Amos, Cross, Black, Scott, and Zavala on the court for the Waco Lions tonight. Waco Lions come into the game 4 wins on the year, 19 losses. Still looking for their first win in district action. 3 officials calling tonight's game. High school basketball played in 4 8-minute quarters. And we're underway. Waco High and White thought they controlled the tap, but lose it out of bounds. Chris Jarrett has it, takes it out top. Easton Hammond will set things up. Jarrett into the corner. 3-ball put up, no good by Sherman Bridges. Out of bounds off the Waco High Lake Belton ball. Goes out to Phillips. Phillips gets it back out to Nelson Hayes. Hayes dribbles in, pitches it out for a 3-pointer that rims in and out from Easton Hammond. And Waco High has the rebound and headed the other way. Zavala gets it into the corner but loses it. Lake Belton able to get it across the timeline unmolested. Driving along the baseline, ball stolen away. Waco High with a 3-on-3 break. They don't have numbers. Well, they'll bring it back out. Jamal Scott gets it out to the top to Trey Cross. Back to Scott. Amos gets it over to Scott. Zavala for a three-pointer off the mark. Rebounded by Kahn for Lake Belton. Thought about the three-pointer, steps inside the arc and puts up the two. First 2 points of the game goes to Chris Jarrett, 5'10", 140-pound senior. That only took a minute and a half. Belton laying back basically in a 1-2-2 zone. Pass inside to Amos. He waits for traffic to go by, puts up the shot. Not only gets the 2 points, but also picks up the foul. Not sure who the foul was on. Looks like it was on number 10, Easton Hammond. That's his first. Sends Amos to the line to shoot one more. LZ, a stellar member of the Waco High football team this last fall. This is the front end of that free throw, just off the front of the iron. So it stays a 2-point game. Well, back on top is Lake Belton on the 2-pointer, but Jarrett, he's got 4 points now. Into the corner to Zavala. He puts up a three, and it's good. Evan Zavala with a three-pointer. Gives Waco High its first lead at 5-4. Cut off at the baseline. Traveling not called. Gets it back to the baseline. The three-pointer is off the mark. Waco High will control it thanks to Amos. He'll take it coast to host. Now he'll pitch it off to Cross, and what they call traveling. They said that Amos walked with the ball. Still 5-4 in favor of Waco High as the Broncos take their time, bring it across the timeline. Phillips looking for the open man, goes over to Hayes, and Phillips working it from the top of the key. Waco High working a 1-2-2 zone, it looks like right now. Drop it into the paint. Shot put up too strong by Kahn. Waco has the rebound, going the other way. Zavala for another three. Off, can't get it to go this time. Tyler Black had the rebound. But a foul called on Lake Belton, on Nelson Hayes, his first. It's not a shooting foul, so Waco High will inbound under their own basket. Gets it into Cross. Cross is too strong. Rebound fought for, and going to have a jump ball. And on alternate possession, it belongs to Waco High. Amos had the rebound, but got tied up. Inbound from underneath their own basket. Try to get Zavala free for the three, and it's good. Evan Zavala, 6 points to lead all scorers right now. Waco High's biggest lead at 4 points at 8-4. Tyler Black steals the pass. Gets it off to Cross. Cross off to Scott. Scott will bring it up cross court all the way down to the corner, trying to get that to Zavala, but is a little too tall for Zavala. Jarrett gets it to the near side to Hammond. Throws it in the far corner. Three-pointer on the way off the back of the iron by Hayes. Waco High taking it the other way. Tyler Black into the corner to Cross. Cross for the three-pointer off the mark. Lake Belton rebound. We have reached the halfway mark of the first quarter. Hayes pitches it out. Loses it out of bounds. Easton Hammond had that go off his fingertips, trying to get it back to Hayes. Coming into the game for Lake Belton is Selman Bridges, along with number 5, Micah Hudson. Checking in for Waco High. Is Demarion Veal. Man at the timeline. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be Waco's ball. Off the foot of Selman Bridges. Scott has them switch sides. Zavala goes to the left, cross to the right. Zavala looking for Amos. Amos trying to get something into the corner but can't find the passing lane. Comes back out to Scott, and now a timeout called by Waco High. Head coach Gary Carr wants to talk about this possession. His team's up by 4. Jarrett Cross has both baskets for, make that Chris Jarrett has both baskets for Lake Belton. LZ Amos has a basket, while Evan Zavala has 2 3-pointers for the Lions. 8 points so far in this contest. Again, Waco looking for its first win in district play. This is the second trip through the round robin of the district schedule. Lake Belton won the game at their court earlier this year. Waco High trying to return the favor and win on their home court. Ross gets it into Scott to Zavala. Zavala open for the 3, will take it and miss it. But a good job rebounding by Waco High. Zavala will try one more time, and this one's off the mark as well. Zavala not afraid to shoot the ball. Jarrett looking for a pass inside. It's cut off. Bridges gets it back to Jarrett. Jarrett tries to drive the lane, pisses it into the corner. 3-pointer is in and out, but Jarrett comes up with the rebound. Now we'll try another 3-pointer from the far corner. This one's no good. Put in by Darius Wilkerson. Waco High on the run. Off the back of the iron for Avila. 2:35 left to go in the quarter. Pitches to the top of the key. Driving in, box shot, but a foul call. Apparently got part of him. Foul is on Trace Cross, his first. Darius Wilkerson at the line. Checking in for Waco is Tyrek Thompson, along with Jamaris Davis. Wilkerson missed them both. Bounce pass down low at the baseline, going in for the shot. A little too strong, get his own rebound. Nice job there by Jamaris Davis to get 2 points and extend the lead to 6 at 10-4. 3-pointer on its way. This one's good by Micah Hudson. 3-point shot has become a big deal at all levels of basketball. Cross-court pass almost too tall for Thompson, but he pulls it down into the paint to Amos, and he banks it in. LZ has 4 points. 5-point lead for Waco. Cross puts up a shot that's good. It's a 3-pointer. That's Chris Jarrett, pardon me. Gives him 7. Zavala gets it back out to the top to Thompson. Or excuse me, that's Scott. Amos looking for a cutter. Nobody there. Get it back to Scott. 3-pointer on its way from Thompson. It's no good. Lake Belton has the rebound. Pass inside, almost knocked away, and finally Waco High controls it on the break to Zavala. Zavala will not have numbers. He gives it off to Amos, and Amos will drive in doing a little hoop-de-doo, and it won't go. Quickly down court. Nice passing by Lake Belton to get the basket by Selman Bridges. And ties this game up at 12 apiece. Waco had a 6-point lead moments ago. Amos free to the basket and pitches it off. He had an easy shot going into the backboard, but for whatever reason decided to try to get it off to Jamaris Davis. He'll look at the film on that and go, I should have gone in for the shot. Under a minute, under 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 12 apiece. Lake Belton can maybe take the final shot of the quarter and take the lead after the first 8 minutes. Got 10 seconds left. Jarrett, guarded by Zavala, pulls up at the free throw line. Off the mark. Zavala has a possibility of making a shot, but he loses a dribble, and that's going to do it for our first quarter of play. So after the first 8 minutes, we're all tied up at 12 apiece between the Waco Lions and the Lake Belton Broncos. Zavala leads Waco High with 6 points in that first quarter. Amos has 4. And Jamaris Davis with 2. High point in the game is Chris Jarrett with 7. Micah Hudson with 3. Selman Bridges with 2 for the Lake Belton Broncos. No one really in foul trouble. Only 2 fouls have been called against Lake Belton and 1 team foul against the Waco Lions. Lane is still the team to beat in this district. And here we go with the second quarter. Waco trying to work it down the baseline, pitches it out to the left corner, and the three-pointer is good. That's Selman Bridges who hit the three-pointer and give Lake Belton a 3-point lead at 15-12. Driving in, they're going to call a foul on Waco as opposed to a travel. Foul zone. I think it's on LZ Amos. Lake Belton being patient, looking for a shot. Bounces it in. Nice job of getting a hand on that one by Amos to knock it out of bounds and keep the cross-court pass. And ending up being a three-point shot. Conn was going to deliver the inbounds pass. Waco does a good job of double teaming the inbounder. Amos with the rebound. Gets it out on the wing to Thompson. Waco High can't finish the deal. 3-on-2 break, but Lake Belton will pull it back out. Conn from the corner, no good. Good job of rebounding. And a player control foul going to be called on Micah Hudson. Waco High had position on that. (15-12) our score. Lake Belton on top. Their second lead of the game. Waco High traps it at the mid-court line, but going to lose it out of bounds. Nice job of the mid-court trap there. Zavala going to check back in for Waco High. He'll take over for Gerald Howard. Well, Scott gets it across, off to Thompson. Waco High doing a lot of moving. Zavala puts up a three that's no good. Rebound fought for, and Lake Belton comes out with it. Kahn trying to drive in. And the tip in is good by Micah Hudson. 5-point lead, the largest of the game for Lake Belton at 17-12. Waco High is yet to score here in the second quarter. We're 2:10 into it. Ball out of bounds. Waco High's ball underneath their own basket. Checking in for Lake Belton. Easton Hammond coming back into the game. They give Dodd Kahn a rest. Back in for Waco is Marion Veal. Foul called on Waco High. The foul was called on Jamaris Davis. That'll be his first. He checks out of the game. Lake Belton moving the ball around, trying to find an open cutter down at the baseline. Nothing there, though. Wilkerson from the left side. Now we have a traveling call on Wilkerson. Gives the ball back to Waco High with 5:22 to go in the first half. They trail by 5, their largest deficit of the game. Inbounds pass comes to Amos at the timeline. LZ gets it off to Scott. Scott will trigger the offense. Lake Belton working a man-to-man defense now, and Waco High doing what they can to shut it down or cut them off. Into LZ Amos. Says the foul was on the floor. And a timeout called by Waco High. Trying to figure who the foul might have been called on. It might have been on Dodd Kahn. Be his first. Well, we're almost 3 minutes into this second quarter, and Waco High is yet to score. They're still on the 12 points they had at the end of the first quarter. We're all tied up at 12 at the end of the quarter. Lake Belton has a 3-pointer from Bridges and a 2-pointer from Hudson for their 5 points in the period. Waco High inbounding from underneath their own basket. Scott will trigger the inbounds pass. Lake Belton won't let Zavala get free. They'll get it out to the top to Thompson. Thompson shoots it off to Amos. Amos with a weird shot, but it goes. LZ Amos with his first basket of the second half has 6 points. Waco High still working that zone. Zavala comes up with the steal, and he takes it in for the layup, and it'll go, and he also picks up the foul. Fouls on number 10, Easton Hammond, his second. Zavala gets a chance at one more. He's got 8 points. Make it 9. Waco High 1 of 2 from the free throw line now. All tied up at 17 apiece. Gary Carr's timeout apparently worked and allowed the Lions to even this one back up. 3-pointer from Kahn is off the mark, but it's put back up and in. I believe that was, there we go, number 2. Bridges with the putback. He's got 7 points. Scott in the corner to Zavala for the 3. It's off the iron. Zavala gets his rebound, gets it out to Thompson. Thompson with a 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Hudson comes down with a rebound. Hudson looking to drive. Goes to the right side, pitches it back out top. Phillips. To the left side it goes to Bridges. Back to the top. Three-pointer rims in and out, no good. Rebound put back and good by Trayvon Phillips, his first basket of the night. 21-17, Lake Belton. Broncos work a trap. And good job by Scott to get it to go off the foot of Bridges. Checking in for Waco High is Alonzo Cheeks. He'll give Jamal Scott a rest. Cheeks takes the inbound, gets it back to Zavala. Zavala cross court to Thompson for the three. It's off the iron, no good. A foul call on the rebound. And apparently that foul is on Waco's High's Marion Veal. Apparently he went over the back to get that rebound. The Broncos have the ball with 3:20 to go in the half. And they got the lead by 4. Trying to bounce it inside. Good fight for the ball, and Cheeks comes out with it. Cheeks running, gets it off outside the arc. Three-pointer no good. Veal misses it. Nice block by Veal there. But the ball is saved, and Bridges is going to be able to put it right back in. Bridges has 7 points in the quarter and 9 for the game. 6-point lead for Belton, their largest. That one goes down for LZ Amos. Once again, it's a 5-point deficit, making it a 4-point deficit. Ball's out of bounds off of Lake Belton. It'll be Waco High's ball. Checking in for Lake Belton, David Kahn, number 4. That'll send Wilkerson to the bench. That's Dodd Kahn, D-A-U-D, Dodd Kahn. Cheeks, picked up by Kahn at the free throw line. Zavala from the right side, double teamed, and has the ball taken away. On the break, foul is called. Veal picks up the foul, his second. That'll send Hammond to the line to shoot 2. Hammond looking for his first points of the night. Unable to do so with that shot. Waco High will check in Tyler Black, number 14, along with number 10, Bradley Gilworth. First time we've seen Dilworth in the game. Still unable to hit from the free throw line, but saved at the baseline. That shot's short, and it goes off of Waco High thanks to a block shot. Well, Lake Belton will inbounds, up by 4. Out to Bridges. Bridges will have it go back court. It's Waco High's ball. Both teams have had as much as a 6-point lead in the game, but can't seem to get more than 2 possessions or 3 possessions ahead. Cheeks looking for the offense to get moving. Gets it off to Thompson. Thompson to the free throw line. Back to Cheeks, who puts up the 3. That's off line. And putting the shot back up is Dilworth, and he's fouled. That's going to be on Dodd Kahn, his second. It'll send senior Bradley Dilworth to the line. That was short. Got to hit those free throws. Those are free shots. Checking in for Lake Belton is starter Nelson Hayes, number 23. Jamal Scott also back in for Waco High. That one's off the back of the iron, no good. Waco High leaving points at the charity stripe. Now the ball is lost out of bounds by Phillips. Belton, though, Lake Belton going to go into a full court press here. Thompson is able to split defenders and able to get it across the timeline. They walked with the ball trying to get through the double team. Lake Belton, the Broncos doing a lot of double teaming on the ball. Seven points for Waco High in the quarter. Checking in is Leonard King for Lake Belton, number 24. King will trigger the offense. Drops it down low to Kahn, but he's going to have it taken away from him. Or actually, that was Hammond who had it taken away from him. Waco High on the break. Trying to put up the layup. Dilworth is denied. Less than a minute to go in the half. Layup will fall this time for Lake Belton. Again, unable to see who the foul is on, but count the 2 points for Chris Jarrett. He's got 9 in the game now. And Lake Belton back to that 6-point lead, looking to make it 7. And Jarrett does so. He's got 10 points. Scott gets it into the right corner. The three-pointer is too strong. Tyler Black can't come up with the rebound. He walked with the basketball. Leonard King just had a little indecision there. Easy for me to say. Thompson to inbound the ball. And Waco High is going to call a timeout because they had a little trouble getting the ball in. 33 seconds left of the first half. The 7-point lead for Lake Belton is their largest of the game. Waco had a 6-point lead at one point after being tied at 12 after the first quarter. Lake Belton has got a shot in the arm from Selman Bridges in this quarter with his 7 points in the period. LZ Amos has 8 points for Waco High, 4 in each quarter. Now Amos is going to trigger the inbounds pass as Lake Belton once again goes to a man-to-man press here. Gets it into Zavala. Down the corner to Black. Back out top it comes. Cross court to Zavala. He's thought about a three, but pitches it back off. 21 seconds left in the half. Waco High looking for an easy shot. Thompson gets it into Zavala. Back out to Thompson. Scott has it. Dribbles in. Now Tyler Black with a three-pointer is good. First points for Tyler Black in the game. Cuts it to a 4-point game. Had a whistle and a foul with 1.9 seconds left. Foul might have been on Tyreek Thompson. That would be his first. Sends Chris Jarrett to the line. Well, they tried what they could to get the last shot off. It's no good. That's the half. At halftime, the Lake Belton Broncos on top of the Waco Lions by a score of 26-22. Stay where you are. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you right here. Welcome back for the second half of action here at the Waco High Gym between Waco High and Lake Belton. The Broncos from Lake Belton have a 4-point lead at half, 26-22. They have been led by Chris Jarrett with 10 points. He's high point in the game with those 10. Selman Bridges has 9, 5 points for Micah Hudson and 2 points for Trayvon Phillips. Waco High has been led by Evan Zavala with 9 points. Elsie Amos has 8, 3 points for Tyler Black and 2 points for Jamaris Davis. And we're ready to get the second half of action underway. On the court for Waco High will be Gerald Howard, number 5. Number 23, Jamal Scott. Number 2, LZ Amos. Number 14, Tyler Black. And number 3, Evan Zavala. Howard trying to find an open man. Finally gets rid of the basketball. Gets it out to the top to Jamal Scott. 5'9" junior trying to get the offense moving here for Waco High. Zavala gets it out to Howard. Tyler Black still looking for something down low, but the defense is cutting off anything on the baseline so far. Still looking for the open man. Zavala drives to the paint, pitches out to Black. Down low to Amos. Amos, the turnaround, goes off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Chris Jarrett for Lake Belton. Jarrett looking to drive in, pitches it out to the left corner. Three-pointer is a little too strong, and Hahn has the rebound. Not sure why Waco High has the ball, but they do, and Lake Belton's going to go with a full court press. LZ Amos gets it off to Howard. Howard drives to the backboard and has his his shot blocked out of bounds by Kahn. Drop it into Amos. Apparently they weren't ready to start the inbounds pass yet. Now we're ready. Out it comes to Tyler Black. Zavala looking for an open man. Gets it off to Amos on the left side. Amos back to Zavala. He loses the pass. Gets it off to Howard. Zavala puts up a three, and it's good. He is their three-point shooter. It's his third three of the game, gives him 12. Makes it a one-point contest at 26-25. One-two-two zone comes up with the steal for Waco High. Jamal Scott gets it across. Down the corner to Black. Back to Scott. Scott looking to the left side now as the offense resets. On the cutter to Howard. He had an open three, but won't take it. Down low it goes to Amos. He is triple teamed. Ball is rumming it around. I think Waco High called a timeout to try to save the possession. Indeed, they did. Good job by head coach Gary Carr there to get the timeout called and save the possession as they have the opportunity here to recapture the lead. It was 12-12 at the end of the first quarter, but the Broncos outscored the Lions by 4 in the second quarter to have a 26-22 lead at half. And so far, the only basket of this half is from Evan Zavala, a three-pointer. Coach Carr and his assistant Grant Smith have their timeout figured out. About to send their team back on the court. Zane Johnson, the head coach for Lake Belton, finishes his conversation. Howard will inbound the ball. He had an open man in Tyler Black. Gets it off to Scott. Back out to Zavala. They tried a little give and go there, and it got cut off. Howard out to Amos. Scott in the corner to Tyler Black. His three-pointer is short. Jarrett brings it across for Lake Belton. Tried to pass it inside. It's kicked out of bounds by Waco High. Jamal Scott got a foot on it. Checking in for Lake Belton is Darius Wilkerson, number 14. He's a senior. He saw some action in the first half. Try to pass it down low. Waco High defends it, steals it. Somewhere in there was a foul called. It might have been on Jamal Scott. I've got that as his first. Chris Jarrett tried to put up a shot and it was blocked. He's looking for a foul. But the officiating staff says he got all ball. Wilkerson will toss in the inbounds pass. In the corner to Kahn, who puts up a three-pointer that's a little long. Tyler Black comes up with the basketball. Scott gets cut off at the free throw, and apparently backcourt is called. Don't know that the ball ever got across the line, but they officiate the game. I don't. They know better than me. Here's Jarrett. Still a 1-point game at 26-25 in favor of Lake Belton. Go down low. They try to pass it across, and Zavala knocks it out of bounds. Tyler Black will check out. And checking in for Waco High is Trey Cross. Kahn trying to drive in, pitches in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. That hit the structure up above the backboard, and it'll be Waco High's ball. Lake Belton staying in a full court press. Zavala comes up with it. Well, get triple team. Somebody should be open. There's LZ Amos. He'll lay it up off the glass and good. 5 points in the period for Waco High has given them the lead at 27-26. First time they've had the lead in a while. Kahn drives to the paint. Not sure what kind of pass that was. Maybe a frustration pass. But Zavala comes out with the basketball. Tried to pitch it out. And a foul's going to be called, I believe, on number 5, Micah Hudson. I have that as his second. Waco High gets to throw it in front of their own bench. 3:49 left to go third quarter. Largest lead has been 7 points by Lake Belton. Waco High has had a 6-point lead. No one's been able to stretch it out to double digits. Howard at the free throw line wouldn't take the shot. Tried to go down low to a cutter to Zavala, but pass was knocked away. Lake Belton passing the ball around, and finally we get a blocked shot, but looked like he got him with the body on the way up. That foul's going to be on Jamal Scott. I got that as his second. Send Easton Hammond to the line. Hammond still looking for his first points of the game. There's number 1. He missed a free throw earlier. Hammond, a 6'1" senior. Hits both ends. Gives the lead back to Lake Belton at 28-27. Waco's doing a good job of cutting off the Lions at midcourt. There's a bad pass. It's taken in by Jarrett. He tries to pass it on to alley-oop, and a little behind his intended target, Micah Hudson. Tyrick Thompson will inbound to Zavala. Zavala going to be double teamed as he gets it across the timeline. Tries to split that double team, but kick ball called, so Waco gets the basketball. Get a screen, but they're not able to shed Wilkerson with the screen. Scott trying to reset the offense. Thompson gets it off to Amos. Down low and a nice cutter and a good job of finding the open man there as Trey Cross gets his first basket. Nice job by Amos to give the Lions a lead with that pass at 29-28. 2:20 left to go, third quarter. Bridges backs in, loses the basketball. Waco High comes up with it. LZ Amos with the bounce pass to Zavala. Zavala's layup is no good, but it's tipped back up by Bridges, and we'll give that to Zavala. In trying to get possession of the basketball, unfortunately for Bridges, it went off his hand and into the basket. So Waco High gets the points, and they're up by 3 at 31-28. Down low it goes to Jarrett. Puts up a shot off glass and good. Chris Jarrett now has 12 in the game, and a timeout called by Lake Belton after the basket. That's a 1-point game again. Waco High on top now at 31-30. Certainly appreciate the work of all the students under the direction of Will Burney, working as Leaping Lion Productions to bring you the pictures and sounds of this contest. After the timeout, Waco High will inbounds the ball. They get to run the baseline here if need be. Trey Cross will get it in. They go down court to Cheeks. Cheeks off to Zavala. Zavala will pull it back out. He didn't have the numbers. Cheeks off to Zavala. Thought about the three. Back to Cheeks. Amos on the right diagonal. Back to Cheeks. Thompson has it. Trying to look for a cutter inside, but the defense is just too good. Finally, Thompson will put up a three that's short. Saved from going out of bounds by Lake Belton, but Waco High has the basketball with 1:10 left in the quarter. And a 1-point lead and another opportunity to stretch that lead here at the end of the quarter. Cheeks thought about driving the paint. Gets it back out top to Cross, and Cross misses with the three-pointer. Jarrett to the baseline, right side, has it go off the iron. Waco High rebound. Cheeks gets it off to Amos. LZ gets it back to Cheeks. 35 seconds to go. Will they work for the last shot? Zavala keeps it way out and getting picked up by Bridges. Zavala drives in, now pitches off to Thompson. Thompson's able to get the basketball. Thought about driving the paint, now gets it back off to Zavala. Zavala drives in, puts up the shot that's off the back of the iron. LZ Amos gets the rebound, can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound, puts it right back up and in. 4 points in the quarter for Amos, gives him 12 in the game. Ball knocked out of bounds. We got a blocking foul called on Waco High. Might have been on Cheeks. Scott checks in for Waco High. Back in for Lake Belton is Nelson Hayes, 23. Wilkerson will trigger the inbound pass. Throw it into Bridges. Bridges puts up a shot from way outside. Waco High with a rebound. Not even going to try another shot. So at the end of the third quarter, Waco High has the lead at 33-30.
Waco High students, it's about that time for you to call your ride. Just beginning of the fourth quarter.
2, 4, 6, 8, 11 points in the period for Waco High and just 4 for Lake Belton.
Waco High student, call your ride. Thank you.
LZ Amos now with 12 points in the game to lead. Well, no, he doesn't lead Waco High. Zavala has 14. But those are the two Waco Lions in double figures at the end of the third quarter. Chris Jarrett has 12 points for the Broncos. He's the only player in double figures for Lake Belton. Well, the final 8 minutes coming your way is Waco High looking for their first district win. Trying to pull it off on their home court here. Up by 3 as they start the final period. Done a pretty good job of breaking the full court press. The Broncos will have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Hudson gets it into Jarrett. Waco High with a 1-2-2 zone basically. Jarrett tried the left side, now try the right side, gets it off to Bridges. Bridges down to Kahn. They find Wilkerson on the baseline, and as he goes up for the shot, he's fouled. I believe that's going to be on Trey Cross, to be his second according to my scorecard, which is highly unofficial. Darius Wilkerson looking for his first points of the night. He's 0 for 3 now from the free throw line. Tyler Black coming in for Waco High. He'll take over for Trey Cross. Wilkerson, one more shot. Gets this one. His first point of the night. 2-point game, 33-31. Ball is kicked. So Waco High will get the ball. Coach Carr wants Zavala to trigger the inbounds pass. He gets it in. Small Scott brings it across, picked up by Bridges. Double team when he stops the dribble. Tyler Black trying to feed it to LZ Amos. Ball stolen away by Thompson. Amos puts up a shot that's no good, and Jarrett has the rebound for Lake Belton. Jarrett trying to take it coast to coast. Now pitches in the corner to Bridges. Bridges back out top. Jarrett drives in. Cut off. Kahn will think about the three, but gives it to Jarrett inside the paint. A good job by Tyler Black to come up with it. Ball bounce pass is blocked. Thompson has it. There goes LZ Amos to the backboard. It won't fall. And coming down with it is Micah Hudson. Hudson gets it off to Wilkerson. He'll start the offense. Kahn gets it inside to Jarrett. Jarrett pitches it back out to Wilkerson. Wilkerson drives the paint off the iron. Amos skies for the rebound. A long pass down to Zavala. No goaltending called. And the shot will fall for Thompson, and he also picks up the foul on Jarrett. That's to be the first foul on Chris Jarrett. Tyreek Thompson gets his first 2 points. And Thompson will get one more. LZ Amos going to get a rest as Jamaris Davis checks in. Thompson can't complete the three-point play. Travel. Waco High's ball. Took an extra step before he got the pass off. Lake Belton staying in the full court press, man to man. Get it in to Tyler Black. Black gets it to Scott. Scott off to Thompson. Thompson looking down court. And now what do we have? Not sure what that is. Maybe wanted to make sure the clock was right or started. I don't know. Well, here we go. Davis got the inbounds pass. Thompson off to Scott. It's a man-to-man defense, it appears right now for Lake Belton. Maybe it's more of a 2-3 zone. Waco High content to just work the ball around and look for the open shot, up by 4. Black and Thompson play pitch and catch. Scott ends up being fouled as he split the double team. They're going to call it on Selman Bridges. I have that as his first. Elsie Amos back into the game for Waco. It's the inbounds to Thompson. Gets it off to Zavala. Zavala cross court. Again, Waco High seems to be content to just pass the ball around and run some time. They're up by 4. Waiting for the open shot, and there it is to LZ Amos. LZ Amos drives in. That's 14. 6-point lead, the largest of the night for Waco High. They've done it twice. 2-3 zone for Waco. Thompson comes out. Black double teams Wilkerson. And Zavala steals the pass and goes in for the layup, and it will fall. Zavala's got 16. 7 in the second half. Lake Belton trying to drive in, loses the dribble, and it's going to be off of Waco High. Checking in for the Broncos, Easton Hammond and Chris Jarrett back in the game. Waco High up by 8 now, their largest lead, as that one is off the mark. Foul going to be called on the rebound. I think that's going to be on 24. Leonard King, his first. 4:25 left. Waco High looking for their first district win, their 5th win of the year, as LZ Amos gets it into the Waco end of the court. Off to Tyler Black. Black back outside to Scott, to Thompson. Lake Belton having to defend here now. Ball batted around a little bit. Going to go out of bounds off of Lake Belton. Good recognition by LZ Amos to know that that ball was off of Lake Belton. He didn't give an effort to and maybe lose it out of bounds and give the ball to the Broncos. Looking for the inbounds pass. Goes out of bounds once again off of the Broncos. Waco High holding on to this 8-point lead, their largest of the game. It's the largest by either team so far. Get it into Thompson. Thompson tries to get the pass off to Amos, but it's knocked away by Kahn. Kahn has the ball knocked away for a moment. Tyler Black now has it. Up ahead to Zavala. Zavala will pull it up. Gets it back to Black. Back to Zavala from the left corner. The three-pointer is off the front of the iron. And going the other way is Lake Belton. They got numbers. Jarrett gets it back to Kahn. Kahn will lay it in, but there's a foul on the floor before the shot. I believe that foul is going to be on LZ Amos. I got that as the second. Sends Dodd Kahn to the line. It rattles around and goes down. That's his first point in the game. Three-pointer on the way is good. And a timeout called by Lake Belton. So Dodd Kahn hits the three-pointer to cut it to a 4-point game. LZ Amos, Tyreek Thompson, and Evan Zavala, each with a 2-point basket here in this fourth quarter. Helped Waco High to an 8-point advantage at one point, but Lake Belton trying to close that gap here in the final half of the quarter, and a call traveling on Waco High. So the full court press works for Lake Belton and gets them the basketball back, trailing by 4. Jarrett drops it down low. Kahn from the right corner. The three-pointer's good. That's 7 points in the quarter for Kahn, and makes it a 1-point game. Into the corner to Amos. Looking for the cutter to Thompson, or excuse me, to Scott. Gets it back out top. Thompson has it now. And will pull it back. Kahn will come out on defense. Thompson drives in, pitches it out for the three-pointer from Scott, and he banks it in. Jamal Scott, his first basket of the night. Gives Waco High a 42-38 lead. He walked, but they didn't call it. To Jarrett, three-pointer, no good. Amos had the rebound, and it's off of Lake Belton. It'll be Waco High's ball. LZ Amos going to need some help from his teammates to get to his feet. Tyler Black going to come back in for Waco High and take over for Trey Cross. Leonard King checks out for Lake Belton. And Selman Bridges back in. Cross pass to Black. Black loses the ball out of bounds. That full court press for the Broncos is definitely getting them some turnovers. But they're not hitting their baskets when they got an opportunity to shoot. They're down 4. Waco High up top, 42-38. 2:25 left to go. Another three-pointer from Kahn. This is off the side of the backboard, no good. Actually, that was Hammond who tried the three-pointer. Waco High trying to break the press. Gets it back to Amos. Amos is going to be fouled. That's Jarrett who reached in and fouled him. I've got that as a second foul on Chris Jarrett. Not in the bonus just yet. So Waco High will inbounds the ball with 2 minutes, 11 seconds to play. Get it into Scott, and Scott banks it in. Jamal Scott, all 5 of his points have come in the fourth quarter. Not certain why play was stopped there. 6-point lead for Waco with 2:03 to go. Kahn will inbound the ball. All the way out top to Bridges. Comes back to Hammond. To Kahn. Kahn Tries to drive into the paint. Will put up the shot. It's off the front of the iron, and Thompson has the rebound for Waco. Scott waited to assess things. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Kahn. Amos to make the inbounds pass here. Tries to get it back to Amos. The ball is knocked away momentarily, but LZ is able to control it. Goes all the way across court toward his bench, and it's nobody home. (44-38), Waco High trying to pick up their first district win of the year. Minute 35 left. Off crazy shot by Kahn trying to pick up the foul, and no foul called. All the way to Thompson. Thompson will get it across the midcourt line. Zavala is open, so is Amos, but they won't take the shot. They're trying to run off the final minute 10, and also brings about fouls as Chris Jarrett comes out, picking up his third foul. Still not in the bonus. St. Johnston getting some explanation from the official on the far side. Now we get another foul. Once again, it's Chris Jarrett with the foul. I've got that as 4 on him now. And that'll put us into 1-1. So now it's up to Waco High to hit their free throws if they want to pick up that first district win. Jamal Scott at the line, the 5'9" junior. Has 5 points in the game, his first opportunity from the charity stripe. .67 seconds left away from victory. Rattles around and doesn't fall. Chris Jarrett with the jump step. Waco High gets the rebound. They've got numbers. Off to Amos with the behind the backs pass. Zavala wasn't expecting it. It goes to the Waco High bench. Still up by 6, 44-38. Under a minute to go. Jarrett drives into the paint. Throws it into the corner. Bridges puts up the three-pointer. It's off the back of the iron. And we got a foul on the rebound. I believe it's on Thompson. That's his second. From the left corner, the three-pointer's no good. But the putback is by Micah Hudson. He's got 7 points. And a timeout called by Lake Belton. Down by 4 with 37 seconds left to go. It's a 2-possession game. Waco High needs to get it across the timeline and then hold on to it. Most likely Belton's going to foul and try to get Waco High to lose this lead from the free throw line. Waco has not been very efficient from the free throw line. Looking back on my scorecard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just 1 of 6 in free throws tonight. That's got to get better. Meanwhile, Belton at the line has 5 out of 7. Waco High will inbound the ball. They can run the baseline if need be, as Lake Belton stays in the full court press. Tyler Black gets the basketball, gets it in the open man, Amos. And LZ is fouled immediately by David Kahn, or Dodd Kahn. That'll send LZ Amos to the line. He's got 14 points for Waco High. One shy of Evan Zavala, who has 16, so he can tie Zavala here with a free throw. He gets this shot. It's good, and one more. 1 for 2 from the stripes. 5-point lead, trying to get it back to 6. And good. 17 now for LZ Amos. Inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Waco High. 33 seconds to go. Waco High going to the full court press here. You get the ball down court to Hudson. Hudson into the corner. Bridges puts up a three. Hudson's there to clean it up and put it in. He's got 9 points. And once again, a timeout called by Lake Belton with 24.9 seconds left. Down by 4 at 46-42. Jamaris Davis has 2 points to this point in the game. LZ Amos has 16. 2 points for Trey Cross, 3 for Tyler Black, 2 for Tyreek Thompson, 5 for Jamal Scott, and 16 for Evan Zavala. Zavala and Amos leading the way for Waco High with 16 points apiece. Chris Jarrett has been slowed down by the Waco High defense after having 10 points at the half. He's just got 12 for the game. David Kahn has 7 points, all in this quarter. Selman Bridges had 9 points at half and hasn't scored here in the second half. Or take it back, I think he just scored that last bucket, didn't he? No, it was Micah Hudson, that's right. Looking for the inbounder. Finally gets it into Zavala, and Zavala is fouled as he gets the basketball. Well, the idea is to have your best free throw shooter be the person who receives the inbounds pass so that when he gets fouled, he'll go to the line and hit both. This will be Zavala's third chance at the free throw line. He's 1 for 2. That was a little strong. Good steal by Thompson. Amos gets it out. Down in the corner it goes to Thompson, and Thompson's going to be fouled by Bridges. 16.3 seconds remaining in the game. And now it's Tyreek Thompson trying to make it possibly a 6-point lead. He gets the 1 and 1 or a double bonus because that's the 10th foul. Misses the first one. Wilkerson checks out for Lake Belton and Easton Hammond back in. It's too strong. Tyler Black misses the rebound. Lake Belton in a hurry. 3-pointer put up by Chris Jarrett, but he traveled before the shot. So a missed opportunity there for the Broncos. Just under 12 seconds remaining. And Waco High wants a timeout to discuss things here. Once again, they need to get the ball in to their best free throw shooter because Belton's going to foul whoever it is. Waco High has not been very good at the free throw line in this one. $12 points in the quarter for the Broncos. 13 points in the quarter for Waco High. Waco High was up by 3 at the end of the third quarter, now up by 4. Trying to close it out and pick up their first district win. Thompson to inbound the ball. Gets it into Zavala. Zavala is fouled. Once again, it's Bridges with the foul. Took about 3 seconds to make that happen. Zavala at the line with 9.9 and another chance to stretch the lead. And they say that's 5 fouls on Bridges. That's according to the scorebook. At least that's what the officials are saying. The head coach, Zane Johnson, has at least a minute before he can put anybody in. But that's going to be it for Selman Bridges. He fouls out with 9.9 seconds left. And Trayvon Phillips takes his place as Zavala hits the first free throw. Stretches the lead to 5. Gets that one to fall as well. That's clutch right there by Evan Zavala. He's got 18 points. Three-pointer put up no good. Waco High just needs to run out the rest of the clock. There's still a half second left. All Waco High has to do is throw the ball in and hold on to it. And that's what they do. 48-42, the Waco Lions come away with the win tonight over the Lake Belton Broncos. Waco moves to 5-19 on the year and pick up their first district win. They're 1-8. For the Broncos, they fall to 15-13, and they are 2-7 in league play. Evan Zavala leads away for Waco High with 18. LZ Amos had 16. Those are the two high point men for Waco High tonight. So again, our final score is Waco High 48 and Lake Belton 42. This has been a production of Leaping Lions Productions.